Good morning. In this presentation, we are going to see how we can trade in MCX Gold for this week. Before looking into that, let us see what happened last week and what we expected last week. And the chart which you are viewing is an 1 hour chart. As a client and as a follower, you may know that on every Monday, we will give a weekly projections and analysis, and we follow at 1 hour chart. That means every single candlestick represents 1 hour, and these vertical dotted lines, all these vertical dotted lines indicates the price opening and closing for the respective days. So what happened on Monday is that the market opened around 29,540. This is the zone where the market opened, and on the previous week, if you look at that, so there was on Friday there was a huge gain in gold market on Friday. So the market gained more than 1000 points on Friday, and what we expected on Friday is that we expected the market to continue its uptrend following the Friday price actions. So let us see what happened after that. After the price opening on Monday around for 29,545, so the market just went up and created a new high on around you can notice that the market just went up till 29,740. So it was a very good straight gain, but before that the market took some support around 29,620. So after the price opening, the market just bounced back and it took some support around 29,620, and it went up till 29,740, and it found some resistance around 29,740 to 29,720, and a failure to sustain above that pushed the market down, and it came down, and again it took some support around 29,620, and it went back and closed around 29,760. So on Monday the market just closed higher. So on Tuesday also the price opened just above the previous day's closing, that is around 29,800. So initially the market took some resistance around 29,820 on Tuesday. Whenever we are placing cursor on a particular candlestick, you can see the date below. So the date follows below that. On Tuesday the market, after taking some resistance around 29,820, initially there was a drop, and again it took some support around 29,720. As we mentioned that the market had some resistance around 29,720. Now it should act as a support. 29,720 acted as a support for gold market, and you can see the level of buying we had. It is a very huge buying that happened on Tuesday, and the market even went till 30,040, and it closed somewhere around 29,960. So this is the zone where the market closed on Tuesday. So it was a huge gain in gold market till Tuesday, and the next day, or that is on Wednesday also, the market just opened near the previous day's price closing and just above the previous day's price closing, and initially there was also a good buying in gold market. Even the market, you can see after the price opening, it went up and just stayed above 30,060. So as usual, there was some gain, there was some profit booking that pushed the market down to test some major support zones. So you can see 29,920 acted as a support for gold market on Wednesday, and that pushed the market even higher. So every day on gold we received a good high, high opening, and a new high was created. The high is around 30,160. So the market created a high, and failure to sustain above 30,160 pushed the market down again, and it closed around 30,040 zones. And on the next day also the price opened higher, and you can see again it has created a new high. So after the price opening, the market went up and created a new high around 30,240. This is the zone where the market created a new high on 14th. So you can see there was a consolidation, and then the market closed around 30,100. This is the zone where the market closed on 14th of this week, the last week. And on Friday also the market opened higher, and you may notice that why this price is consolidating around this 30,160 and 30,220, because you can see that this is the zone where the market failed on the previous week. So failure to sustain above 30,220, that is on 6th, that pushed the market down to a huge selling. So again the same thing happened. The market, after a huge selling on the previous week, the market again entered into 30,160 and 30,220, and there was a huge consolidation with the trend happened. And you may notice that 30,160 provided some support on Friday that pushed the market and closed around 30,160 on Saturday. So when we compare the entire price action, you can see the market was staying in line with the trend completely. Gold market was in line, staying with the trend, and only few major things what we did on Friday is that we just decreased the stop loss to 29,960 to 29,920, just in order to protect the profit whatever we have gained. And for this week, what we can do for this week is that on seeing the entire price action what happened last week, we can say the market was completely dominated by the buyers. Whenever there is a support, you can see whenever there is a drop, it was taken as an opportunity for buying, and it created a consistent high. Only on Thursday and Friday the market consolidated around the zone, just because since it is a major zone which pushed the market down, the market was trying to consolidate around the zone. So if the price can break 30,220 for this week, it can be again a very good gain in gold market for this week. So what we can expect for gold today and for this week is that again we are expecting gold to continue its uptrend, because the expected price opening is going to be somewhere around this 30,080 to 30,100. This is a zone where we are expecting gold to open just below the expected, just below the previous week price closing on Saturday. We are based upon the COMEX price. We expected that the market may open just below that, around 30,080, and this is the zone where we are expecting just below the Saturday's price closing, which means that we are expecting on the entire price action. When we see the what happened on last week, we can say the market was strongly dominated by the buyers on last week, but there is also a word of caution. The market should break 30,220 in order to prove its buying strength, because as you all know that 30,220 to 30,160 is always going to be a very difficult and a great barrier for gold market, because you may know that on 5th of the last month, 5th of this month, the market tried to break these zones and failed, and the market dropped again. So many times the market has tried on different contracts, the market has failed this zone 30,160 to 30,220. So in order for the trend to continue, the market should break this 30,220 and put a closing above 30,220. That can push the market higher. But in order to protect whatever profit we have gained earlier, again what we are going to do is that we are going to decrease our stop loss. So the average zone is going to be narrowed. So that means that till 29,920 you can go for an average and place a stop loss below. And one more thing, major and most important thing while trading in gold, is that you should be very strong on support and resistance, and also at various major zones, and try to book profit for the average lots. For example, if you are buying around 30,800 and if you are buying again at 29,960, the market will provide opportunity, because since the market was completely in uptrend for the last week, the market will show some bounce back. Whenever the market is providing a bounce back, try to book profit for the average lots at a regular time interval. That will always help you to protect your profit, maximize your loss, and also the most important thing, it will always help you to minimize your losses also. Just because given the volatility and the price actions in gold that is happening today's in commodities market, gold has a terrible volatility. So it is always a single day. Gold is a single commodity, gold and silver, that can reverse and change its trend. The great example is that what happened on the previous week on Friday. So the gold was completely dropping, suddenly it gave 1,000 points movement upward. So always we need to protect our profit, and we should be strong, and a stop loss is always a very mandatory thing in any commodity trading or any trading in any financial markets, but particularly in gold, it is a very major thing. So what we expect for gold today is and for this week is that we may target this 29,920 and 29,960. Anything below 29,920 can reverse the trend completely. So if the price is going to stay below, it can reverse its trend. That is a major reason why we are requesting you to place a stop loss below this zone, because anything below and any closing below this zone can possibly reverse its trend. And so that is the reason whenever the price is opening, try to average, try to use your exposures on major support zones, because the market has shown that. You can notice that from this point the market had bounced back. This is the zone where the market bounced back, and this is the another zone where the market bounced back. So the market will come down, test this zone. If the price is going for an uptrend, the market will have some support around this zone and it will push higher. Another major zone is that this is the barriers, 30,220, the exact barriers. So market should break this, and closing above this can alone give a 100% confirmation, because after a huge profit and huge gain last week, it is always possible, there is always a possibility the market can consolidate. So gold traders, please be careful on support and resistance zone whenever you get an opportunity to book profit, because nowadays the market from after testing any support zone, the market is giving 100 and 150 to 20 to 60 points profit. That is also unbooked profit is always your profit. Please try to book whenever you are averaging with the trend, because given the expected volatility and the consolidation that can happen in gold market, so please place a stop loss below that also. So what we are expecting in gold is that we are expecting gold to continue its uptrend. For the word of caution, two things should happen. Market should sustain about 29,960s, and market opening a breakout above 30,220, and a closing above this should double confirm our trend. So the expected things, the strategy is that try to book profit for an average lots at regular time interval, so that even when the price is going to break this all the zones and coming down, falling down, you will not be in an entire losses. You would have saved some profit. So whenever you are averaging, try to book profit for your average lots at regular time interval. So let us see what's going to happen during our trading session, and if the price is going to stay above this 30,220, you can expect a good gain in gold market. So anything above 30,220 can put the gold market again into a very big price actions. You can see that, because after a breakout the gold can behave and make some good profit. And be careful with, again and again we are saying, this zone 29,960 to 920 is going to be a crucial zone which should support the gold buying. If the price is going to stay with the trend, the market should be supported around this zone. If there is any breakout below this, then can be a trend reversal. So this is the major key decision zone in gold market. So let us see what's going to happen during our trading session, and thanks a lot for watching our videos and all your supports. Take care, happy trading, bye.